Welcome to the 34th episode of Proofless, where we immerse ourselves in the heart of America's unsolved mysteries, cases that linger in the shadows, confounding investigators and leaving families with questions that echo across generations. I'm your host, Anna Berger, and today we're journeying to a bustling Alabama port city in the mid-1970s, where the disappearance of three young women, two sisters and their cousin, shattered a community's sense of security and sparked a search that has endured for nearly half a century. We're diving into the 1974 disappearance of Carla Jean Bennett, age 17, Melissa Ann Bennett, age 14, and their cousin Karen Sue Spencer, age 16, from Mobile, Alabama, who vanished after a night out, leaving behind a trail of fragmented clues and a case that remains proofless due to the absence of their bodies and unanswered questions about their fate. This is a story of three vibrant teens, a moment of vulnerability, and a family's relentless pursuit of the truth. So, settle in for an exhaustive exploration of a mystery that continues to haunt and compel. Let's set the scene. It's August 1974 in Mobile, Alabama, a vibrant port city of about 190,000 people on the Gulf Coast, known for its historic French Quarter, bustling docks, and Mardi Gras celebrations. Mobile is a blend of Southern tradition and industrial energy, with its oak-lined streets, seafood shacks, and shipyards along the Mobile River. The Spring Hill neighborhood, a middle-class enclave of ranch-style homes and manicured lawns, is a place where families attend church picnics and kids bike to school. The Azalea City Mall, a new shopping center on Airport Boulevard, is a teen hotspot with its record stores, arcade, and movie theater. Carla Jean Bennett, 17, Melissa Ann Bennett, 14, and their cousin Karen Sue Spencer, 16, are close-knit teens living in Spring Hill. Carla and Melissa, born to Robert and Diane Bennett, and Karen, born to Diane's sister Ellen and her husband Frank Spencer, are like sisters, raised in homes a block apart on Springdale Road. Carla, born April 3, 1957, with long blonde hair, blue eyes, and a 5'5" frame, is a senior at Murphy High School, known for her love of folk music, her talent for painting, and her dream of becoming an art teacher. Melissa, born June 15, 1960, with brown hair, green eyes, and a Ford Levinson frame, is a freshman passionate about cheerleading and aspiring to be a nurse. Karen, born September 8, 1957, with auburn hair, hazel eyes, and a 5'3" frame, is a junior, excelling in drama club and dreaming of acting. The Bennett and Spencer families are pillars of Spring Hill. Robert, a shipyard supervisor, and Diane, a school secretary, raise Carla and Melissa in a cozy home filled with art supplies and records. Frank, a mechanic, and Ellen, a homemaker, raise Karen and her younger brother Tim in a similar home nearby. The cousins are inseparable, often seen at each other's houses, hosting sleepovers or biking to Bienville Square for ice cream. Carla, outgoing and creative, spends hours painting landscapes and playing Joni Mitchell on her guitar. Melissa, shy but spirited, is a cheerleader who loves organizing pep rallies and caring for her pet hamster, Sunny. Karen, charismatic and theatrical, stars in school plays and writes poetry, hoping to move to New York. The families attend Spring Hill Baptist Church, where the girls sing in the youth choir, and their homes are gathering spots for neighborhood kids, with backyard barbecues and Monopoly marathons. In August 1974, as summer fades, the trio is excited about the upcoming school year and a planned trip to Gulf Shores. On the evening of August 16, 1974, Mobile is warm and humid, with temperatures in the mid-80s and a salty breeze from the Gulf. Carla, Melissa, and Karen ask their parents if they can go to the Azalea City Mall to see a movie and browse records. Dressed casually, Carla in a tie-dye t-shirt, bell-bottom jeans, and sandals, Melissa in a yellow sundress and sneakers, Karen in a green blouse, denim skirt, and flip-flops, they share a purse with $10, their house keys, and a pack of gum. Diane drives them to the mall around 6 p.m., reminding them to stick together and be home by 9 p.m. A mall employee sees the girls at the record store around 6:30 p.m., flipping through albums and laughing. Another witness, a food court cashier, spots them buying sodas around 7 p.m. Around 8 p.m., a friend, Sarah, sees them leaving the movie theater, saying they're heading to the parking lot to wait for Diane. A final witness, a security guard, reports seeing 3 girls resembling the trio near the mall's west entrance at 8:15 p.m., talking to a man described as 35 to 45 years old, 5'10", with short dark hair, a beard, and a denim jacket, but the dim lighting obscures details. This is the last confirmed sighting of Carla, Melissa, and Karen. When Diane arrives at 9 p.m. and finds no sign of the girls, she searches the mall with security. At 10 p.m., the Bennetts and Spencers report them missing to the Mobile Police Department, MPD. The next morning, August 17th, a mall janitor finds their shared purse, zipper torn, in a dumpster near the west entrance, containing their keys but no money or gum. Volunteers, neighbors, classmates, and church members search the mall, Airport Boulevard, and nearby Dog River, while divers check the Mobile Bay. On August 18th, a jogger finds Carla's sandal, strap broken, in a ditch off Schillinger Road, a mile from the mall. The sandal, identified by Diane, is sent for analysis, revealing no blood or DNA, only dirt and grass. On August 19th, a hiker finds Melissa's sundress, torn at the hem, in a wooded lot off Cody Road 2 miles away. The finds escalate the case to a suspected triple abduction, and the MPD sets up a command post at the Azalea City Mall. The investigation focuses on the girls' last movements. Sarah's 8 p.m. sighting confirms they left the theater, and the security guard's account narrows the window to 8:15 to 9 p.m. The man in the denim jacket becomes a focal point, with a sketch released depicting a rugged man with glasses. A second witness, a mall shopper, reports seeing a dark blue van near the west entrance at 8:30 p.m., driven by a man matching the description, but no license plate was noted. The MPD interviews Sarah, who mentions Carla had been uneasy about a man staring at them during a previous mall visit, possibly a week earlier. Robert, Diane, Frank, and Ellen, devastated, provide photos. Carla with her guitar, Melissa in her cheer uniform, Karen in her drama club costume, offering a $5,000 reward, later raised to $100,000 with donations from the shipyard and local businesses. The case grips Mobile, dominating the mobile press register and Walla TV. The families appear on Action News Mobile, sparking national coverage on ABC Nightly News and The Today Show. Tips flood in. A trucker reports seeing 3 girls in a van near Pensacola. A cashier claims a sighting in Biloxi, Mississippi. None are verified. The FBI joins, given the possibility of interstate kidnapping along Interstate 10, setting up a task force with the MPD. They analyze a partial tire track near the sundress, matching a common Goodyear tread, but it's inconclusive. Cadaver dogs alert to a scent in the Cody Road lot, but digging uncovers only debris. The investigation targets local men with criminal histories. A local drifter, Thomas Tommy Lee Davis, 41, a former dock worker with a 1972 arrest for assault, becomes a suspect. Davis, matching the denim jacket man's description, was seen near the mall that day. Questioned on August 22nd, he claims he was drinking at a bar on Dauphin Street, but his alibi lacks witnesses. A search of his apartment finds a knife and a map of Mobile County, but no link to the girls. He fails a polygraph citing nerves, but is released. Another suspect, James Jimmy Ray Carter, 34, a mechanic, was spotted near Schillinger Road. Carter, with a 1973 arrest for theft, drives a blue Ford van, but a search finds no evidence, and his alibi, working a shift, is verified. A third lead points to a transient Robert Bobby Earl Wilson, known for loitering near the mall. Wilson, seen on Airport Boulevard, provides no clear alibi but is released. Theories about the girls' fate multiply, each clouded by uncertainty. The primary hypothesis is that they were abducted by a stranger from the mall parking lot, possibly assaulted and killed. The purse, sandal, and sundress suggest a struggle, with their bodies hidden, perhaps in Mobile Bay, a landfill, or the Mobile Tensaw Delta, a vast marshland 20 miles away. A 1975 search of a Mobile County dump, prompted by a tip about suspicious bags, yields nothing. Another theory posits a targeted attack by someone who knew their routine, possibly linked to Carla's unease about the mall loiterer. The MPD investigates the girls' school and church contacts, but all are cleared. A third theory, fueled by Mobile's role as a port city, suggests a trafficking ring, given reports of missing teens in the Gulf Coast. A 1974 FBI report notes trafficking activity in New Orleans, but no evidence links the girls. A fringe theory speculates they ran away, but their close family ties and lack of money dismiss this. The Bennetts and Spencers become relentless advocates. Robert and Frank take leaves from work to coordinate searches, while Diane and Ellen distribute flyers at the mall and Bienville Square. They appear on Good Morning America, The Merv Griffin Show, and Unsolved Mysteries, sharing Carla's paintings, Melissa's cheer ribbons, and Karen's poetry, offering a $150,000 reward by 1977. In 1975, they found the Bennett Spencer Foundation, supporting missing persons cases and youth safety programs. The emotional toll is profound. Robert battles heart issues, Diane keeps the girls' rooms intact with their belongings, Frank struggles with anger, and Ellen clings to Karen's scripts. Tim and the Bennetts' younger son, Joey, grapple with loss. Annual vigils at Spring Hill Baptist Church draw hundreds, lighting candles for the trio. The investigation sees renewed efforts over the decades. In 1982, Detective William Hayes reopens the case, re-interviewing Davis, Carter, and Wilson. Davis, now in jail for a 1980 burglary, denies involvement but fails another polygraph. A 1988 tip leads to a search of the mobile Tensaw Delta after a fisherman reports a submerged bag, but divers find debris. In 2000, the MPD uses DNA technology to retest the sundress, but degradation yields no profiles. The Cold Case Unit, formed in 1995, links the case to other missing teens in Alabama, including a 1973 case in Mobile and a 1975 case in Pensacola, suggesting a possible serial predator. The investigation explores the theory of a regional killer operating along I-10, analyzing patterns of abductions in Gulf Coast cities. Detailed interviews with mall employees reveal inconsistencies in timelines, prompting a 2005 recanvass of Airport Boulevard businesses, but no new leads emerge. In 2015, a podcast, Gulf Coast Ghosts, explores the case, gaining 8 million downloads by 2025 and prompting a 2016 tip about a man confessing to a coworker about hiding 3 girls in 1974. The man, deceased, is ruled out via alibi records. The case's psychological dimensions add complexity. Criminologists consulted by the MPD suggest the perpetrator may have been a charismatic predator, using charm to lure the girls, as the security guard's account implies a non-threatening interaction. The accomplice theory, though unproven, aligns with patterns in 1970s abductions, where groups exploited transient-heavy areas like Mobile's port. The MPD profiles potential suspects, focusing on men with histories of predatory behavior, but the lack of forensic evidence hampers progress. In 2010, a retired FBI profiler suggests the crime mirrors the modus operandi of known serial offenders active in the Southeast, such as Ted Bundy, who was in Florida in the late 1970s, though no direct link is established. The case reshapes Mobile's social and legal landscape. The Azalea City Mall installs security cameras and hires additional guards, a rarity for 1970s malls. Murphy High School mandates safety escorts and curfews, reflecting a broader shift in Alabama's approach to child safety. The Bennett Spencer Foundation supports 20 missing persons cases by 2025, funding searches and advocacy. Robert testifies before Alabama's legislature in 1976, advocating for a state missing persons database enacted in 1979, one of the first in the South. The case influences national policy, contributing to the 1982 Missing Children Act, which improves coordination between local and federal agencies. Community groups in Mobile establish neighborhood watches, and parents form safety committees, reflecting a cultural shift toward heightened vigilance in the post-1970s era. Media coverage plays a pivotal role. Local outlets like the Mobile Press Register published daily updates in 1974, with editorials calling for better policing. National programs like America's Most Wanted, 1988, and 48 Hours, 2005, revisit the case, keeping it in the public eye. Online, Reddit's r/unsolved. Mysteries and ex-post debate theories, with users analyzing the serial killer hypothesis and comparing the case to other Gulf Coast disappearances. A 2018 thread on X garnering 10,000 engagements speculates about a mobile-based trafficking ring, though investigators dismiss it for lack of evidence. Social media amplifies tips, but most are dead ends, reflecting the challenge of sifting through public speculation. Forensic advancements offer hope but fall short. In 2015, the MPD partners with a private lab to retest the sandal and sundress using advanced DNA techniques, but environmental exposure renders samples unusable. Ground-penetrating radar, used in a 2020 search of the mobile Tensas Delta, detects anomalies, but excavations reveal only animal remains. A 2024 tip about a body in a Baldwin County landfill prompts a search, but no human remains are found. The MPD's cold case unit, under Detective Laura Mitchell, continues to pursue leads, collaborating with the FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit to refine suspect profiles. Mitchell's 2023 report notes the case's complexity, citing the lack of bodies and the transient nature of Mobile's population as barriers. The 1970s context adds layers to the investigation's challenges. Mobile's port attracted drifters, complicating suspect tracking. The era's limited forensic technology, pre-DNA profiling, relied heavily on witness accounts, which faded over time. Racial and economic dynamics in Mobile also shaped the case's early handling. Spring Hill's predominantly white middle-class status drew intense media focus, but some critics argued similar cases in marginalized communities received less attention, a point raised in a 2020 Gulf Coast Ghosts episode. The podcast also explores the psychological impact on Mobile, noting how the case fueled urban legends about vanishing teens and heightened parental fears. The families remain steadfast. Diane and Ellen organize annual searches, combing rural areas with volunteers. Frank, who passed in 2005, spent years canvassing truck stops along I-10. Robert, now in his 80s, maintains a scrapbook of the girls' artwork and photos. The foundation funds scholarships in the girls' names, supporting art, nursing, and drama students. The emotional toll persists. Tim and Joey, now adults, speak at vigils about their lost sisters and cousin. Community support remains strong, with Mobile's Mardi Gras crews dedicating floats to the girls since 1975. A 2025 vigil at Spring Hill Baptist Church draws 500 attendees, reflecting the case's enduring grip. The proofless nature lies in the unknowns. Who took Carla, Melissa, and Karen? Was it a lone predator or a group? Are there bodies in the Delta or beyond? Diane tells the Mobile Press Register in 2025, "Our girls are out there waiting for us." The families keep Carla's paintings, Melissa's cheer ribbons, and Karen's scripts, a testament to a truth still elusive. That's all for the 34th episode of Proofless. The Bennett family's disappearance is a tragedy that shook a port city and reshaped child safety. If you have information, contact the Mobile Police Department or visit bennettspencerfoundation.org. Share your thoughts on our website or social media, and join us next time for another journey into the unknown. Until then, keep searching for answers.